this idea that they could limit the impact, right, the economic impact by doing this in halves. That hasn't actually worked out that way.
Yeah, when you have basically the entire population of Shanghai under some form of quarantine, because if you take a look at what happened in Pudong, this apparently had lifted out of this lockdown, but you still see most of the population on the east side still either at home because either they have someone in the building that tested positive, also people that are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms have been put on a quarantine, a mandatory central quarantine, or moved and monitored at these makeshift facilities in and around the city. So this is what they're trying to say is static management, where it's fast, solid, and hard, according to one top expert over the weekend. And they're still maintaining this sort of COVID zero strategy, but just goes to show how much more difficult and challenging it is to keep this in place. But they cited why we're seeing this renewed surge in cases after things started declining a little bit. It's because of the mass testing that Shanghai is undergoing right now. 14 million people, which were tested over the weekend. You have, again, today, thousands of medical staff from around China that did head to Shanghai on Sunday to help and make this sure that we have another round of testing going on today as well. You have also the PLA, seeing the People's Liberation Army mobilizing over 2,000 military medics to support this virus control as well. So you're seeing multiple fronts that they're continuing to go through with this as well. But as we've been talking about, this added concern of this subtype variant could be just an added worry now, too.
What do we know about this subtype variant then?
Yeah, we heard about it over the weekend from authorities. They did say that they found traces of this from a mild COVID patient about 40 or so miles away from Shanghai. But this new subtype variant of Omicron, as they're saying now, is it's basically not something that was matching the coronavirus that China has had. So it's interesting to see how this plays out. Is it going to be something that's more transmissible or more deadly than Omicron? That's going to be the key question we're going to be asking in the next coming days or so. But certainly it's going to be interesting to see as now, this boom city of Shanghai now essentially turned to a ghost town.